Hi, my name is Kat and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag. As somebody who's relatively new to booktube, this felt like a pretty good way to introduce myself. Those of you who maybe are curious about learning more a bit about me or perhaps are new to the channel. So I have my trusty notebook here with all of the notes that I'm going to talk about, and let's just dive in. And so if you haven't already, please subscribe, and hopefully I will be seeing you guys in more videos going forward. This is my dog, by the way. He is in most of the videos, just chilling in the background. So I have a list of 11 questions and we'll just be going through these one at a time. So number one, why did I start this channel? Well, basically I just was really looking for another way to talk more about books. I'm a huge reader. Obviously, I love to read, and I feel like I was kind of starting to annoy a lot of the people in my lives with trying to talk a bit more, trying to rant about the books that I'm loving when they maybe don't care as much. There's a lot of me ranting to my partner about everything I'm reading and giving him detailed plots, and he's not a huge reader, so he did not care in the slightest. Also, I do have a Bookstagram. I'll put a little info here, but I really love the creative aspect of taking pictures and posting them on Instagram, but I find it was still very hard to get into. I was really missing that like conversation aspect and diving a bit more deeply into my thoughts on things. Like I find writing a quick review is not quite the same for me as actually discussing something and talking a bit over about my problems or reasons why I love something. So I just kind of felt like I was missing a bit. I was just kind of missing something through only doing Instagram. This is also just like, from what I'm already seeing, this is a wonderful creative outlet for me. I love the video creation process. I'm really enjoying figuring out how to edit, coming up with ideas, and that part has just been like so fulfilling in a creative sense. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things that you bring to BookTube? So this one's really hard because I feel like at this point there are so many YouTube channels, there are so many book reviewers, there's so many areas you can go to look for creative content that it's really hard to bring something unique. At this point, everything's been done, and I'm not necessarily imagining myself as someone who's going to be coming up with unique ideas, because as much as I would like to, I'm sure it's already been done, like all of the stuff that I'm interested in talking about. I'm hoping though that I will be somebody to come to for interesting book recommendations and some fun videos. So that's kind of all I can say for that. It's really hard to think of something that would make me stand out as somebody new, but hopefully that would be enough. Number 3, what are you most excited for about this channel? I'm really excited about the challenge. I think that this is a very new way to challenge myself creatively and really force myself to get more comfortable with talking to the camera, because this is relatively new and I'm at times not the best at expressing my like cohesive thoughts about certain things, and I feel like this has really been already challenging me to as well come up with reasons specifically why something did or did not work for me. So it's really forcing like that critical thinking aspects of certain things, because so often I will say just like I like this book and then don't think anything further towards that. So I really want to challenge myself to think more of like what exactly was a reason that this worked versus something didn't, and I'm really excited to like dive more into my reading tastes in that sense and really get like a better sense of what I do enjoy reading. For question number 4, what do you love the most about reading? So for me, I just really love the escapism aspect of it. I love a book that you can get fully immersed in the world and really just like not think about anything else. Just that is like all consuming. And yeah, I love a good book where it literally takes over your entire life for the certain period of time that you're reading it. And I really also love learning about new things. So I do read quite a bit of nonfiction because I just love learning about new ideas or new aspects of the world that maybe I haven't thought about before. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? So I'm definitely gonna have to go with Harry Potter for this one. I know it's like such a basic answer. It's like pretty much everyone's answer, but it's really the first series I remember like really deeply loving and really deeply being invested about everything that happens. This is one when I was probably in kindergarten, my mom would read to me as I fell asleep at night. And as I got a bit older, I rediscovered the books on my own and started to read them to myself. And I really absolutely absolutely loved this world. I remember so many of my friends at that age were into it as well. I went to release parties for some of the books. Even the movies, like going opening night to so many of them. It was just one of the first series that really led to like a level of obsession that I associate with like some of my favorite fandoms now. And yeah, it's just like all good memories of that age growing up and being in love with Harry Potter. Number 6, what questions would you have for your favorite booktubers? So I'm just gonna say, like in general, wondering what they would have done differently when they were starting a booktube channel. What advice would they give for new booktubers, and what were the things that they wish they could have started to do early on? Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, I know it's absolutely going to be time and scheduling. I have already noticed for myself, I find it very hard to make time in my schedule to actually film something, so trying to find a way to be better at this, because that is something that will make life significantly easier and lead to more regular upload schedules, is making a consistent time in my schedule to actually film and then edit. I do have a relatively busy life, and yeah, at times it can be hard to actually put aside the time for your hobbies or for the things that bring you joy, and I really want to be better at doing that because this is something that I find very fun to do. Number 8, when did you start reading? So I've always been a reader. I really can't remember a time in my life when I wasn't. Yeah, pretty consistently my entire life I've been reading several hundred books a year, and I was always a kid, especially growing up, who would just sit in the back of the classroom and read instead of paying attention to classes because I was just too immersed in whatever book I was reading at the time, and that has really not changed in my life at this part. Number 9, where do you read? Anywhere and everywhere. A lot of times in this chair when my dog is not sleeping there, which it is his favorite chair, so you know, in my bed, in my office, on my couch. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so literally everywhere I'm on the go, I'm constantly reading, and anywhere I can find the time or space. Number 10, what are your favorite kinds of books to read? So I am a very big fantasy romance, and sci-fi reader. I also do enjoy romance and thrillers, though I don't necessarily read them quite as often, but I'd say fantasy and sci-fi are my primary genres. And number 11, what does your book collection look like? So just give me one sec. I'm gonna go show off my bookshelf. So this is a little bit of my book collection. I'm moving fairly soon, so a lot of it is packed away, but this is just a quick overview of it. So there you have it. That was my booktube newbie tag. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.